Hai, terima kasih sudah bergabung. Halo Ibu Nana.
Hai everybody.
Kita masih menunggu sebentar lagi. Hai. Halo.
Hi everyone.
Terima kasih sudah bergabung. Oke, kita masih menunggu sebentar lagi ya Miss Karen ya.
Just waiting for some more people.
Iya. Udah mulai rame. Kita buka aja Miss. Iya. Oke, kita buka aja ya. Oke, kita langsung buka sekarang. Halo, selamat sore semuanya. Kembali lagi dengan Sarita dan
Karen.
Nah, kali ini kita ada di JMS Live di Academic Talks. Di special episode yaitu Academic Talks.
Academic Talks. We practiced it, but it's okay. It's live.
It's live. Oke. Nah, minggu lalu kita udah ngobrol-ngobrol santai tentang traveling during the pandemic ya Miss ya. Jadi udah wondering kemarin bersama outing.id kita udah ngobrol-ngobrol gimana sih, aman nggak sih sebenarnya jalan-jalan selama masa pandemi. Nah, kalau misalkan ketinggalan bisa cek langsung di Instagram kita di @jakartamulticultural.school atau di official YouTube account kita di Jakarta Multicultural School.
That's right. So last week we talked about traveling during the pandemic, whether or not it's safe, whether or not we should be traveling during the pandemic. If you've missed that session, you can follow up on our Instagram at jakartamulticultural.school or on our YouTube channel at Jakarta Multicultural School.
Ya, nah karena kita masih membahas new normal juga nih Miss, jangan lupa kita ada new normal competition. Jadi misalkan bagi yang belum tahu new normal competition itu apa, bisa langsung cek lagi di Instagram kita, ada di feed juga. Sampai akhir bulan ya Miss ya, submissionnya sampai akhir bulan Juli. Itu cek aja new normal competition. Nah, nanti di situ ada hadiah menarik juga.
That's right. So because we're at our new normal times, the times of new normal, we are having a competition. Check it out on our IG feed for the mechanics. There will be a prize and it's free to join, so it's a win-win for you. So check out jakartamulticultural.school.
Ya, masih sampai akhir bulan. Jadi jangan lupa.
Yes.
Jangan lupa.
So the closing date for the competition is until the end of the month. So we got a lot of time. So check it out.
Ya, nah halo semuanya, terima kasih sudah bergabung bersama kita. Nah, minggu ini kita juga masih akan membahas new normal nih. Biasanya kita seminggu sekali, tapi minggu ini kita spesial. Kita bikin seminggu 2 kali khusus untuk membahas edisi academic talks. Jadi hari ini dan hari Jumat nanti, untuk hari ini kita akan membahas tentang early years and primary years program langsung bersama dengan school principal dan vice principal, wakil kepala sekolah untuk early years and primary years.
That's right. So we are having a double decker special this week. Usually we only do it once a week, but this week we're having it twice a week. Today we're going to talk about the academics and how the new curriculum will be rolled out during this new time, during this new normal, during this pandemic, especially here at GMS. Joining us will be our school principal and our school vice principal for early years and primary years.
Ya, jadi ini nggak boleh dilewatkan sama para mamis ya.
Yeah.
Jadi
this is a special episode.
Ya, jadi mungkin mamis yang udah join bisa langsung panggil teman-temannya untuk gabung di grup WhatsApp langsung. Ini buruan udah mulai nih live-nya gitu. Sebentar lagi akan bergabung bersama kita Miss Cora Amores dan Miss Windri.
That's right. So soon, joining us will be Miss Cora and Miss Windri, talking about the new curriculum for GMS.
Oke, kita langsung invite aja Miss Cora dan Miss Windri. Oke, kita masih menunggu. Hai Miss.
Hai.
Halo Miss Wulan, Miss Jena, Bu Sita. Hai.
Hello. Welcome, Cora and Miss Windri. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for everyone. We are right now at the gym's front garden. As you see behind us is the building. And of course,
nice
a little bit of new garden there. There you go.
Nice and fresh.
Di depan tamannya ya Miss ya, taman yang baru ya.
Tamannya.
So joining us today are
It's okay, continue.
So joining us today are mommies and daddies, parents from JMS, but also there are parents that are not from JMS. So maybe for them, if you can introduce yourselves, who you are and your role here at JMS.
Yes, start from.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Miss Cora Amores. I'm the principal of the school, and beside me is Miss.
I'm Miss Windry. I'm the vice principal for early years and primary. Mostly, we've been working here for
This is our
5 years.
50th year.
5 years.
Oke, jadi sudah bergabung bersama kita hari ini ada kepala sekolah dan wakil kepala sekolah kita dengan Miss Cora Amores dan wakil kepala sekolah kita Miss Windry yang ternyata sudah di gym sudah cukup lama ya Miss, sekitar 5 tahunan ya Miss Windry ya.
So intimate. We know them intimately, and we know them well. So we're just going to go straight to the questions. So now we're on the new normal times during this pandemic, and everybody wants to know, how are the teachers affected during this pandemic?
Oke, sebelum nanti dijawab langsung sama Miss Cora Miss Windry, biar siapa tahu nanti ada parents yang bingung takutnya. Nah, kan ini pandemi sudah berjalan dari bulan Maret ya Miss ya. Jadi kira-kira selama masa pandemi ini bagaimana dampaknya, sejauh mana mempengaruhi guru-guru dan dari sisi akademis sendiri?
Baik, sejak terjadinya pandemi ini tentu tidak mudah bagi semua orang ya, dan juga tidak hanya kita sebagai sekolah GIMS, namun juga sekolah-sekolah yang lain. Tentunya guru-guru juga pembelajaran baru ya Miss, dengan online based learning ini tuh baru sekali sama kita. Kita terbiasa dengan mengajar di dalam kelas, tentunya anak-anak ada di kelas, guru ada di kelas. Di mana sehingga apapun yang terjadi mudah sekali di-tackle-nya. Namun dengan pandemi ini, anak-anak harus berada di rumah dan guru juga harus work from home at this time. Tidaklah mudah, penuh kendala lah, sedikit-sedikit ada kendala. Namun dengan ada input dari orang tua murid, dengan komunikasi, kita sedikit demi sedikit bisa memperbaiki kekurangan kita. Ya belum sempurna, namun diperbaiki satu demi satu. So Ms. Cora, at the time, of course, all teachers are having difficulties, right? So what do you think they cope with this?
It's like this. Although not only our teachers, but most of the teachers are facing a lot of changes, a lot of difficulties. But I would like to believe the last 3 days that we are meeting the teachers after the lockdown, the morale of the teachers are very, very high. We are so excited to continue the best practices we have done when we started in March, this HBL. And from the discussions that we're having, there are a lot of sharing, there are a lot of collaborations going on right now. So yes, the question is, it's not easy, but is it possible or doable? Definitely it's doable. The good thing, as a principal, the good thing that, and I'm so encouraged, is the attitude of the teachers, that they are very open. They are very realistic on the expectations, and they're more than willing to go extra mile. Again, the morale is very high, because most probably the feeling of you are not alone going to do this. We are a team, and whatever happens, we're not going to give up on the endeavor. Also, we have to be thankful to our parents. Majority, if not all of our parents, after we concluded the HBL last May, we get a lot of good review, and the comments we gathered from them is very encouraging. So am I saying yes we can, yes it's easy? No, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to do it. We have to do what we have to do.
Ya, jadi memang tidak mudah gitu ya, prosesnya sendiri tidak mudah. Jadi dan tidak hanya 1-2 guru, tapi semua orang mengalami itu. Jadi dan tambah lagi kita didukung oleh orang tua murid, tentunya dengan masukan-masukan dari mereka untuk perbaikan. Dan so far sih semua berjalan dengan cukup lancar gitu ya, Miss ya. Makanya kita akan lebih mempersiapkan diri lagi untuk next academic year. Akan kita mulai minggu depan ya, minggu depan.
That's right. So it's not easy. It affects everybody, but with the support system that we have, teachers are coping, and thank you to all the parents as well who are helping to support this during this time of pandemic. So moving on to the next question, just following the line of how teachers are coping, You mentioned about collaboration and sharing. How are teachers coping in terms of running classrooms during whether it's HBL or face-to-face or blended?
Jadi gimana kira-kira guru nih menyesuaikan dengan kondisi yang ada sekarang dari online dan face to face, bandingannya seperti apa?
Oke, tentunya pembelajaran normal tidaklah sama dengan home based learning atau blended. Kalau kalau pembelajaran yang penuh tentunya kan dari jam 8 sampai dengan jam 2.30 seperti biasa, penuh full. Of course, kalau misalnya nanti kita home based learning, we can't do that all, yeah, because it's totally difficult when a student have to focus on the monitor all the time. Of course, the time should be adjusted. But this time, we are going to do it better than last time. So we have a set timetable for home-based learning this time. And we have a set time for blended classroom in case some of it coming to school, some of it have to stay at home. Yes,
Okay, so it's like this. We always tell the teachers, we were not prepared. None in this part of the world was prepared to do the HBL. We were caught unaware. Just like what I've said during the graduation, we thought it's only going to be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it's extended another month until they say, no, school will be closed totally until after Lebaran.
Yeah.
So, how are we coping? We have to relearn things. There are a lot of learnings that we are going to do. There are a lot of things that we need to discover. And while we are discovering things, there are still a lot of new things being introduced.
Yeah.
So on part of the teachers, what we reminded each other that the key for us to be successful is we have to keep on learning. We have to keep on discovering. And you cannot do that alone. That's why we emphasize on collaboration. We emphasize that there is a community. And you cannot do this alone. You have to be connected. You have to be part of the community. And you have to make your presence relevant. So right now, again, when we started in March, it's not a perfect setup, but we were able to finish it up to the finish line and produce the learning outcomes that we need to produce. This time, since we've done it already since March, we have already identified what are our mistakes, what our shortcomings, and we have to make sure that we don't commit the same mistake. So for example, to give you an example, before we are only on Zoom. Now we have backup. Google Meet. So we're going to discuss more of that. So we are now going to have two platforms, Google Meet and Zoom. Again, before we were not prepared on timetable because when we started doing things, we are already quarantined. So we do things remotely. Now everything is set up. Like for example, timetable.
we are more set this time. Hopefully, we cover half of our lesson of the normal class. So basically now we have 25 periods a week.
Okay, I'll explain that further. Okay, so this time in the old normal, we have 8 o'clock until 2:35. So more or less at the time in a week we have 40 periods. As much as we want to do that, it's going to be very difficult for the kids because they cannot be sitting online in front of their computer from 8 o'clock all the way to 2:30. Yeah, that's like you will be teaching but no one is listening anymore. It's going to So we made it 5 periods a day. So we're going to have 25 periods. And we call this the synchronous teaching. The only thing we can be proud of is when we went online, we went synchronous teaching. Meaning the student, the learner can still see like this, the teacher. If I have question, if the child has a question, the teacher can answer right away your queries. So that is the synchronous learning. We're going to have that 25 periods a week. So to compensate for the remaining curriculum time, we will make sure that there will be asynchronous learning. So asynchronous learning are those materials that we will be uploading so the child during offline can study on their own in their own pace. So basically, that's how the HBL will look like. And also in the afternoon, in the afternoon the teacher will still be working full time.
Yes.
In the afternoon, this is allocated for parents who wants to do consultation. That is after 12:30, and for older kids, the secondary, when they need to do one-on-one consultation with their subject teachers. So the kids will not be left alone.
Jadi memang tidak ada yang siap lah dengan kondisi ini. Untuk JMS sendiri awalnya kita mulai dari Zoom aja, tapi untuk Next Academic Year ini kita akan menyiapkan 2 platform untuk berjaga-jaga ya. In case ternyata ada gangguan dengan yang salah satu, kita tetap bisa menjalankan proses belajar mengajar. Jadi ada Google Meet dan Zoom. Lalu juga ada metode-metode seperti untuk mengcover kekurangan, semua materi akan diupload sehingga anak-anak bisa akses untuk belajar sendiri di rumah. Lalu kemudian di atas jam 12.30 pun parents atau misalkan untuk primary terutama ya, untuk early years and primary, parents bisa konsultasi langsung dengan guru-guru. Lalu untuk yang secondary years, anak-anak juga bisa langsung one-on-one dengan gurunya masing-masing gitu. Jadi memang kita berusaha mengcover segala macam dari segala macam sisi ya Miss ya, untuk supaya tidak kurang gitu, tidak ada bedanya dengan antara belajar face to face dengan belajar online.
Mudah-mudahan dengan ini kita bisa mengisi gap-gap yang ada dulu, jadi memperkecil gapnya gitu ya.
Year 9 and 10, they have extra periods, so they will be staying longer. It's going to be beyond 1 o'clock. The same thing with year 11 and 12. So why can we do this? Because they are young adults. They can do it when you're 16, 17. You should be able to manage your time. So for those taking IBDP and IGCSE, we have to extend a little bit more for the synchronous, learning. Synchronous meaning they get to see their teacher
Face to face, yeah.
face to face, virtually, online. So if they have question, I can answer right away. On top of the asynchronous, by videos that will be uploaded so that on their offline learning period, they can watch and still go on with their work.
Oke, jadi untuk secondary student sendiri waktunya sedikit lebih panjang gitu ya. Waktunya sedikit lebih panjang, nanti di atas jam 1 mereka sudah bisa langsung, karena kan mereka udah gede ya Miss, claim as udah dewasa, lumayan dewasa yang adult gitu. Jadi mereka sudah bisa mengatur waktu mereka sendiri untuk menutupi kekurangan-kekurangan selama jam belajar itu gitu. Sebelum kita lanjutkan, kalau misalkan parents atau mami di sini ada pertanyaan, boleh langsung di drop di bawah, nanti bisa langsung dijawab oleh Miss Cora dan Miss Wintri.
That's right. So actually, I just wanted to summarize what Miss Cora and Miss Rindy were saying. It's actually more difficult, yes, Sarita, for teachers, especially.
It's a challenge, yeah.
Yeah, during the home-based learning, they have to be more prepared. They have to be they have to be more aware of the situation. So for teachers, I'm sure you've actually kind of already said it already, but maybe this is what parents have been asking, whether it's our own parents, whether it's prospective parents. How do you feel teachers are ready? Are they ready? Are they ready to teach home-based learning during this pandemic?
Jadi apakah guru JMS sendiri yang sekarang ini sudah siap nih, kesiapannya sudah sejauh mana untuk menghadapi new academic year di minggu depan ya? Kita akan mulai di minggu depan.
We are so ready because this is not the first time we're going to do this. We've been doing this for already 1 term. For the information of everyone, when the lockdown was announced in March, we went HBL right away, and at that time, I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea the difference between synchronous and asynchronous, but we were doing synchronous for the longest time. We give instruction to the teachers. You just cannot dump in your email worksheets reading assignments. No, the kids will learn, but very minimal. It's still more effective if they get to see their teacher online and you still get to interact, because kids, when they have question, especially younger learners, they need to get the answer right away, langsung.
Yeah.
But if you are doing asynchronous, I'm going to read, I have question, I'm going to write down the question, send it to my teacher, saya tunggu sedikit, tunggu satu hari
Yeah.
for me to get the answer. That is not going to be effective. That one is doable. That one is ideal, not ideal. That one is possible for older kids.
Yeah.
But for primary, we still want to have synchronous learning, which is like this. I get to see my teacher. I have questions, I can ask, and you give me the answer right away.
So yeah.
Are the teachers ready?
Yes.
We've been ready. We've been doing this since March. The only thing we need we've been doing this. During last Monday, we asked anyone who doesn't know how to navigate Zoom. Everyone know. Everyone should know how to prepare your lesson using PowerPoint because of sharing the screen,
Yeah.
or doing other platform quizzes and all this. We are ready. The only thing we are doing now is we have to remind the teachers who have new students.
Yeah.
So we have to pace the lesson. Even if this is HBL, home-based learning, there are basic pedagogies or teaching practices that we should not neglect.
Yeah.
Differentiated teaching
Yeah.
and pacing the lesson and having a clear learning outcomes at the end of the day. We have to be clear. I'm going to teach this topic. What learning outcome do I want to produce at the end of 40 minutes?
Yeah. So basically, our teachers are really, really ready. They have high energy because last time, yes, we did it, but we have also ourselves. We have question: Are we done it right or wrong? Again, nothing is perfect, but we already make it more and more better this time. So I've been telling the teacher. Saya juga bilang ke mereka, selain pembelajaran sudah Miss Cora bilang, namun pembelajaran diberikan haruslah meaningful. So it should be a meaningful learning. So it's related to their life at this time. So the kids learning more. Bukan hanya apa sih yang tadi saya pelajari, abis itu lupa. Tapi when it's meaningful, they will remember all the time.
Meaningful, relevant.
Yeah.
You cannot just be teaching for the sake of teaching. We always tell the teachers, even when you prepare your the homework, it should be relevant. Kids should be able to relate to what you are teaching. Parents might be so worried. So at the end of the day, my child will be banyak homework.
Oh yeah.
We are very considerate. Everything that we upload, we tell the teacher, give them 48 hours.
So
To work on it.
to work on it. And misalnya hari ini ada pelajaran matematika, ada belajar bahasa Inggris, bahasa Indonesia. Kalau bisa jangan ada PR semua. Jadi hari ini mungkin hanya bahasa Inggris sama matematikanya saja. Besok baru pelajaran yang lain. Jadi jangan hari itu semua subjek ada homework. Jangan gitu. Kasihan juga kan, gitu.
So all written work, we understand majority of our parents are working parents.
Yeah.
So they won't be able to supervise their kids during daytime when the kids are online studying while they are away working. We understand that. That's why we make it a point that all written work, the kids should be given 48 hours to complete, regardless this is PPKN, Bahasa, and this homework are formative assessment.
Yeah.
So do not give something like a 3 pages sit
No,
work. That's
yeah.
not fair. Even when,
48 hours.
yeah. Even when we are running the normal school, meaning when we were in the old normal, we don't do that. We don't ask a kid to sit down and answer unless it's semestral exam. But
Yeah.
we know primary, we don't do semestral exam that is like sitting down for 1 hour answering, because we don't really subscribe to that. We are more into formative assessment. We want to assess the kids during the process of learning.
Ya, jadi jadi pembelajarannya adalah seperti ini. Kalau kita ngajar, jangan hanya untuk ngajar subjek itu aja, jangan. Tapi harus kalau kita mau set project, dalam bersamaan kita mengajar dan guide untuk sampai mereka bisa menyelesaikan pekerjaannya, gitu. Jadi
tengah-tengah lepas gitu ya Miss ya.
betul. Jangan habis selesai belajar, mereka belajar sendiri, orang tua nanti yang aduh Miss gimana gitu, nggak. Jadi dengan ini belajar tapi kita bimbing terus sampai mereka bisa gitu.
Oke.
Jadi ada projectnya. Betul.
Mamis jangan khawatir karena kalau di kita sendiri PR itu tentunya kita akan considerate juga lah saat memberikan PR, dan pastinya guru akan membimbing sampai akhir. Jadi jangan terlalu dipikirin nanti aduh bebannya ada di saya nih gitu ngerjainnya. Jadi enggak seperti itu gitu. Nah, ini intermezzo sedikit, ada komentar awesome Miss Cora, bahasa Indonesianya bagus.
Ya, saya bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia tapi sedikit-sedikit. Saya bingung itu, saya grammar. Saya banyak I know a lot of vocab,
Tapi bingung.
tapi saya difficulty to put it together. But I know, I understand bahasa clearly. I can speak. Oh, by the way, all expats took the exam last time, Bahasa Proficiency. I passed the exam.
Yay!
Another thing that
Oke, Miss Cora, Miss Windri, ini ada question dari Miss Letty. So I guess it's back to kids and parents going back to school for now. So I guess it's back to kids and parents going back to school for now.
So maybe it's parents helping children, helping their kids during
Betul.
school.
Namun kami usahakan seminimum mungkin. Jadinya sekarang di awal pembelajaran, sewaktu when teacher introducing the lesson, it will be recorded. Ya, jadi dalam waktu selamat pagi anak-anak, pada hari ini saya akan mengajarkan matematika lalalala gitu, itu akan di-recorded. Tapi lagi prosesnya tidak lagi. Jadi yang sudah di-recording bisa di-upload dan bisa diulang berkali-kali bila anak sedang mengerjakan pekerjaannya. Jadi orang tua jadi lebih minimum sedikit, walaupun memang butuh bimbingan ya, tidak gitu, tapi lebih minimum. Yes.
Jadi orang tua paling mengawasi.
Just speak. You don't do the homework. You just speak.
And also, this is a learning process for all of us. I know the parents have a lot of apprehensions. There are a lot of, they are doubting that will this work.
Yeah.
I cannot remove that to parents. I'm going to be honest with you. I told this to my teachers during the first day of PD last Monday, that during my first 2 weeks, of HBL, because I'm also teaching math year 4, I also question myself.
Yeah.
I question myself, am I doing the right thing? But eventually, when the kids is starting to respond to you, is starting to submit work, and they know exactly what to do, and even during lesson, they start throwing questions, they start responding to you, then I realize, we are on the right track. It is normal to doubt because this is new
for us.
There's no formula. We told the teachers there is no teacher training module yet on how to teach HBL, because the entire world is grouping, is learning to do this. But what we can assure is, we discussed this already before we went on live, on IG Live. We will be conducting every Saturday per subject training to parents on how to help their kids during homework, doing projects, because I know parents, they get frustrated when the language of the kid
It's different.
different from their language. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get one question from comment from parents. How come when you're the one speaking to my child,
You understand?
yeah, she understands, but when I'm the one explaining, how come? Because the approach. So the language are too different. To fill that gap, we're going to run series of training. This is for free. Every Saturday, maybe 1 hour of something like this on, for example, the basic that I always conduct, how to help your child answer word problem or other. So we're going to have resource person from our school to be discussing this. And on top of that, maybe we will be exchanging tips like how come my child cannot wake up at 8 o'clock, cannot attend classes.
Okay, that's really important, Miss. I think that's really important.
Yeah, that's really exciting. We're looking forward to those.
We will be doing that series of training, talk with parents. Also, we need to learn from parents. We have to admit, no one monopolizes intelligence. We need to hear from parents what are their struggles so that we can address
how to.
when we're doing Zoom classes with the kids. So it's a partnership. It's not only the teacher, it's not only the parents. The parents who are watching, this is a partnership that we have to work on together to make sure that your child is going to be successful in this kind of learning.
Okay.
So it's very comforting to know, yeah, Sarita. So there's a lot of support coming from them as teachers, them as academic leaders, to help mommies, to help students during the HBL.
Jadi Mamis jangan khawatir karena memang ternyata JMS juga menyiapkan beberapa program-program nantinya dan guru-guru juga pasti terbuka untuk menyampaikan misalkan ada keluhan, aduh susah nih gimana caranya anaknya supaya gak males atau bangun paginya susah gitu. Nah itu nanti akan dibantu sama guru-guru kita juga gitu. Pastinya akan dibantu untuk supaya lebih efektif dan lebih ringan lah saat membantu anak-anaknya belajar di rumah gitu. Ini sekali lagi intermezzo ada tulisan Happy Birthday Miss Cora. jadi hari ini ternyata jadi ternyata terus ada
guys.
Miss Neti juga bilang, yay, congrats Miss Cora for the bahasa tes. Katanya pas.
Yes. Proficiency on comprehension, grammar, and what they call this? Comprehension and grammar. Yeah. Writing. And communication.
Nah ini banyak banget happy birthday Miss Cora nih. sedikit.
So going back to the teachers, so some common, maybe if you can let us know some commonalities, especially for early years and primary, what are the challenges that teachers face, especially during HBL? It's very different teaching on home-based learning, teaching online, and rather than person to person.
Nah, jadi kira-kira ini juga mungkin pertanyaan yang wondering ya parents gitu ya. Untuk early years and primary years sendiri programnya, sepertinya challenge-nya apa nih gitu? Apa yang membedakan saat melakukan face to face dan HBL sendiri?
Ya, kalau di kelas pada dasarnya guru hadir di kelas. Jadi kalau anak tidak mendengarkan atau anak lambat dalam mengerjakan pekerjaan, guru bisa langsung datang next to the student say, hey, no soft touch, like
betul. Kalau di kelas ya,
nggak bisa begitu. Nah, challenges-nya kalau dari home based learning, we can't because we're so far.
You can't reach the screen.
So far, because you're so close in on the monitor, but so far in distance. Jadi gimana caranya? Kalau kita bilang, hi, perhatiin, they can because who? So this is where what Miss Cora says, partnership. We need the help of parents. Just saying, hey, just sit down for a while and listen to your teacher. Tapi kalau di sekolah ya, of course we can say, sit down please, listen please. It's easier. Challenges-nya sih itu aja ya. Untuk anak mau
early years ya mungkin ya.
Early years duduk dia. Nanti duduk tiba-tiba, wow, it's gone. Nggak ada dia lari-lari.
Udah nggak ada tiba-tiba ya. Fokusnya kemana?
So are the challenges where they need to sit down for a while in front of the computer to listen because basically their attention span is very, very short.
And also to address that, for early years, they are very mobile. So you cannot just sit down and so we make it a point that activities are hands-on. They have toys, they have manipulatives to play with while they are learning. We have to be honest here. Even in the old normal, you cannot let the earlier sit down. They have they have to do something. You have to engage them
Into an activities.
that while they are learning. For primary, again, since they've been through this for the last 3 months, last term, from my experience, the only thing that we need to, this is what I always tell them. Kids, you have the value of being responsible. So, but as early as 6 or 7 years old, this is the time for us to inculcate the value of responsibility. The responsibility to wake up at 8 because I have class. The responsibility that before I enter Zoom class, I have my paper, my pencil, all my stationery with me. And we expect that the parents will do the same as what we tell them all the time. Just like what Miss Windry said, this is what I always tell my class last time. Guys, in the classroom, Miss Ru, the teacher assistant at the time, will go around to remind you, come on, work. This time I said I cannot do that. The only thing I can do is like encourage you. But imagine if you don't hold your pencil and you don't work on it, on the problem or the task given to you, you won't have the answer unless you have a magic pencil that will write the answer for you. So the sense of responsibility, In all fairness, most of our kids, I'll speak for year 4 who will be going to year 5. Most of them are unsupervised. They come on time. Actually, before I turn on my Zoom, some of kids are already queuing up, waiting. So they are responsible. And let's give credit to the kids. They are also very polite. When they need to get water or go to the toilet, please, can I just go to the toilet?
They raise up their hands.
Yeah. So in all fairness, they are polite. So the only thing we need to do is to strengthen those values that they already have. So it's there already. I'm not saying that it's not there. It's there already. My class is at 8 o'clock last time. I'm sorry, 9 o'clock. And kids are there. And they have the commitment also, because when my internet is gangguan last time, I had to cancel my class for 9 o'clock. I don't know. My apartment at that time, it's always 9 o'clock. So I tell them, guys, I cannot go online because I don't have internet connection. Let's reschedule it at 1. At 1 o'clock, I turn my Zoom, they are there. So there is already the sense of commitment. Yeah.
This happened not only year 4, because even though I'm not teaching, but my teacher's always reporting to me, like who's in the classroom, who's not. So basically, most of the students last term, they were all in the classroom. They're eager to learn. They want to do something. They miss their friends and teachers. So basically, they are ready to learn. I'm sure this year's the same. Yes.
And also, we thought they're going to be complacent. No, they don't. They're not. Because when I give work, they bug me. Miss, I already submitted. Yes, I'm marking it. What's my score? So, Miss, when are we going to do revision? So meaning to say, the kids, they ask me, they remind me, guys, 48 hours, give me 48 hours. That's why I told my teachers, upload extra work, because some kids, they work fast. And if they want to do another work, it's okay. Those who are struggling, it's okay. Just put extra work that they can work on. They ask, Miss, I'm already done. What's my score? So
and
we are also
bored at home, so they want to do more stuff. Jadi memang ternyata di luar ekspektasi nih. Kalau untuk yang primary years, untuk yang level mungkin sekitar year 1 ya Miss ya. Jadi memang basicnya dari JMS kita sudah menanamkan rasa tanggung jawab untuk bisa misalkan jam segini mulai kelas online, mereka udah standby di situ. Dan untuk yang kelas-kelas yang lebih besar pun sebenarnya mereka udah ada rasa itu. Jadi bahkan mereka sampai nungguin bahkan udah login duluan. Jadi begitu gurunya masuk udah tinggal mulai.
Where is my teacher?
Iya, betul. Dan bahkan kalau misalnya ada PR atau ada assessment, udah langsung disubmit, bisa minta di koreksi dan revision dan lain-lain. Jadi ternyata di luar aplikasi anak-anak juga semangatnya masih tetap ada ya gitu ya Miss ya untuk
Hands up
terus
for the
belajar
students,
ya,
yeah.
untuk terus belajar gitu. Kita kira-kira masih ada sekitar 10 sampai 15 menit lagi. Kalau Mamis di rumah ada pertanyaan boleh langsung di
Yes,
drop
please. This
questions.
is your opportunity.
Ya, bisa langsung
Live.
tanya.
So maybe, so right now, mommies and parents and even students, the shift from face-to-face and home-based learning, there's some sort of shift that should be happening in their minds. So maybe you can give some tips, especially for the primary and early years, parents and students. What tips do you recommend for to maximize home-based or online learning?
Oke, jadi kira-kira dari mungkin Miss Cora dan Miss Windri, mungkin ada masukan nih, ada tips untuk mamis di rumah supaya gimana caranya untuk shifting dari konsep belajar face to face ke home based learning gitu.
With one, the sense of responsibility, it should be inculcated. So the only way for kids to develop the sense of responsibility is the routine. They have to make sure that they follow a routine, so that when the routine becomes a habit, and the habit, it becomes your values. You know what I mean? So for example, make it a routine that they wake up at 7 o'clock at least, breakfast, 8 o'clock, go online. And that when that is done on a regular basis, it becomes a habit. And when it becomes a habit, it becomes, there's an ownership that I don't want to be absent anymore in my class. So that's one, the sense of responsibility. Also, just an observation, whether we like it or not. This COVID-19 will make, we are forced to be independent.
Yeah,
Yes.
We are forced to be independent. So our kids must learn to become independent earlier than expected. Because we have to, again, when you are in the classroom, you have teacher assistant, you have your OBE, but this time you will be on your own. So my tips to parents, the first two values, the sense of responsibility and the value of being independent, is small things that they have to make sure that they take responsible. So those are my tips. Basically, teaching, learning, it's still going to be not really different, but it's more of the attitude. What we're going to change is our attitude, our behavior towards this new world.
Jadi basically kalau misalkan dari
In the old world, 1 plus 1 is 1. In the new world, 1 plus 1 is still, 1 plus 1 is 2. In the new world, 1 plus 1 is still 2. But the attitude is going to be different. The values is going to be different. We have to be more open to change, and we have to understand why things are happening so that it's easier for us to adapt. Adaptability, that's another thing. We need to adapt. If not, it's going to be a difficult life for all of us.
Jadi kalau dari Miss Cora sendiri, pertama ada responsibility, jadi rasa tanggung jawab anak-anak gitu, dan pastinya anak-anak juga harus belajar beradaptasi dan lebih independen dalam menghadapi situasi seperti ini. Walaupun mereka umurnya masih terbilang muda, kalau untuk early primary kan masih SD, berarti mereka sudah harus bisa membiasakan diri untuk independen dan mandiri sendiri gitu, dan mulai mudah beradaptasi dengan apapun situasi yang ada sekarang.
They grow up faster.
Ya, mungkin kalau dari Miss Windri ada tips-tips nggak nih Miss Windri?
Sama sih, kurang lebih sama ya Miss. Maaf nggak kedengeran suaranya. Basically hampir kurang lebih sama, tentang jawab, rutin, itu penting sekali. Dan saya rasa anak-anak bisa menjalankannya karena sudah terbiasa kan, dan mereka look forward to this new academic year, and I'm sure they will be waiting for it.
Udah nggak sabar ketemu teman-temannya dan ketemu guru-gurunya juga ya Miss ya.
Everybody's waiting for friends. Everybody's waiting to socialize. They're going crazy. Not just students, but parents also
Iya.
going crazy.
Parents juga gitu kan. Nah, kira-kira nih mungkin kalau misalkan kita cek lagi ini komen-komennya rata-rata masih happy birthday Miss Joy.
Happy birthday,
Oh, thanks a lot. I think I have some nieces who are watching from Manila. I have friends from Manila too watching. Hello, everyone.
Okay, hi.
Some of them, I see some names. Those are my nieces. Hi, guys. I'm safe here. Nothing to worry about. I'm safe and I'm healthy.
I see. I saw Miss Letty asking the timetable. So the timetable will be starting at 8, but we finish at 12:25.
So they have
Okay.
5 periods in a day.
They have 5 periods today. Yes.
Oh ya nih.
And they will then
Starting the
having
new
a break as
academic
well.
year. Oh, okay, starting the new academic year, will all the classes start at the same time, just like normal school? Ini ada pertanyaan
So it
dari
will be
Miss Web.
different timetable, but we start at 8.
Everybody
Oh,
starts
so
at
everybody start.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. We start at 8 o'clock.
Jadi, oke, jadi semuanya mulai jam 8 ya, straight jam 8
Mulai jam 8 sampai jam 12.25.
Beda-beda.
and they'll have 5 periods.
Yes.
But at different times.
Yes.
Oke, ini ada komen lagi dari Miss Jenna. Can't wait for teachers meeting tomorrow to find out the timetable.
That's right. So for
They
mommy,
will.
for
So
Sanjana,
tomorrow, for the earliest primary, we're going to have a meeting. We'll be
right, yeah.
sharing everything with the parents to the details.
That's right, you don't wanna miss
worry
it.
about it. Yes.
Jadi kalau misalkan ada mau pertanyaan yang masih belum tersampaikan, bisa
Yes.
besok ya Miss ya. Pas meeting bersama dengan guru-guru juga ya Miss ya, dengan homeroomnya masing-masing ya.
I think the parents are also excited to
Yeah,
start
I
the new
think so
academic
too.
year. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
that
also
is
can't
letting
wait
us-
to see them tomorrow.
See you tomorrow
See you
for the parent
tomorrow.
conference.
Yes.
Oh, there's another
there's
one.
How about
Miss.
PE and swimming class?
swimming
At
class.
this time,
PE, we still have PE.
we still have PE online, except swimming. It's a dry land swimming, so it's a different way.
No.
Okay,
Is it
jadi
possible for
PE
assistant to come to student house to help student?
No.
No. Distancing. Distancing. We don't
Yeah,
want to, if in case our teacher assistant is positive,
At this time, we have tested all our staff. We all non-reactive. We are negative, but however,
Okay.
though we ask our teachers and assistant teachers to keep healthy and all, but due to whatever this, I don't want what happened in between. So no home visit.
Ya, jadi memang ini juga penting nih Miss informasinya. PE akan tetap berjalan tapi online, namun swimming tidak berjalan. Dan ini informasi satunya lagi yang
dry
lebih
swimming.
penting, ya dry swimming.
Dry swimming.
Dry swimming. Nah, ada lagi yang lebih penting, mungkin parents juga perlu tahu bahwa kita sekarang
ended so
usaha
fast because
terus
now
untuk guru-guru
the
bahkan
voice
sampai
battery is out. Makanya nggak denger lagi nih.
security dan teman-teman itu juga sudah melakukan rapid test. Jadi kita semua non reaktif,
We're all clear.
ya, we all clear. Jadi mudah-mudahan kita sehat selalu. Nah, ini ada pertanyaan lagi, Miss, dari parents. Is it possible if the assistant teacher come to students' house to help students?
I think that was already.
No, that's what I said. It's not possible because I don't want later on. We don't know. I know they're negative, but I don't know. Is
and also that's the whole point why we are not allowed to have the kids in school.
Yeah.
We don't want everyone to be exposed. I don't think the Ministry of Education, the Dignas, will allow us to do that. We don't want to jeopardize the health of everyone.
if there is a visit, we might as well open the school,
Ya.
right?
So yeah. So just to reiterate,
We will check. It's like this, guys. We are in the middle of getting clearance from the Ministry of Education, from the Dignas, and we are hoping that they'll give us the go signal that we can open the school minimum number of students. Minimum.
Okay.
So if that happens, we're going to open the soccer field so that your kids can come and play.
Okay.
We will be opening the school for your kids, let's say year 1, 5 kids to come and swim. We will do that. As much as we want to do that, we still have to abide to the directives of the Ministry of Education and the Health Department. As much
Okay,
as you
jadi-
want your kids to be in school, we also want your kids to be in school because the school looks so different without kids.
Yeah.
We are all here, we have the
empty.
classroom, but we don't have the kids. So we also feel bad about it. We also feel bad. We want the kids.
To be here. To be
We're so
here.
excited to open the school. We have new facility. We have new truck. And unfortunately,
New
no
garden,
kids
I
coming
mean.
here to play with it, to play on it. So
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
just be
yeah.
tanang-tanang and be patient and let's wait for the directives of the government.
All right, there's
Jadi
a
memang-
question. Is the schedule will be
Pick up of books coming soon.
So coming soon?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. We'll be emailing the pickup of the books.
Today.
Yeah, today.
But definitely Thursday, it will start tomorrow until Saturday. Books and stationery are ready for pickup.
Oke, jadi untuk buku-buku dan stationery sudah ready di pick up. Jadi bisa langsung di arrange saja schedule-nya untuk mamis. Lalu juga ini ada komen, the kids miss swimming. I guess now we'll have to do PE with the kids at home. Too bad the kids miss swimming and soccer. Dan pastinya memang anak-anak kangen banget untuk berenang dan main bersama teman-temannya olahraga. Tapi memang akan lebih aman kalau misalkan di rumah saja dulu gitu. Jadi ini untuk demi keamanan bersama juga lah ibaratnya seperti itu. Okay,
So we have about 9 minutes left. So maybe if Ms. Cora or Ms. Windry, if you have some closing remarks for this session for our viewers, for our parents and students.
All right. We would like to thank parents who are giving their time
And
to
always
join.
supporting us and believing us. Those parents who always support and defend us, thank you very much. You don't know how you
push it,
and how you make the morale of the teachers very high.
Yeah.
Because whatever comments you share with us, we share it to them. And on behalf of the rest of the teachers in primary and early years, thank you, mommies and daddies, for always having faith in us.
And we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow with the time schedule that we'll be seeing you to meet your teachers as well and us, and we are going to explain everything in details again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a good day, guys. And we miss you. We miss the mommies in the school. Not only the kids, also the mommies. Hope to see you soon. You come and visit us as long as you have this.
Nah, tuh.
You wear it all the time.
Face shield.
Yeah.
24/7.
It's important ya.
The 24/7, 8 hours.
Betul.
This is how we work.
Oh, Miss, can we pick up the book this week? Oh ya, bisa mulai.
Starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow.
There'll
Bisa di pick up.
be an email outlining how to pick up books.
Okay. Another one, thank you for having time to do live show, Miss Cora and Miss Windry. Stay healthy from Miss Jenna.
Thank you, Ms. Jenna.
So thank you
Likewise,
to our
stay healthy
parents.
too. Stay healthy.
Yeah, thank you again for our parents. So, jadi terima kasih banyak Miss Cora dan Miss Windry sudah bergabung bersama kita hari ini ya Miss Karen ya. Mudah-mudahan parents di rumah juga sudah menyimak dan kira-kira masih ada kurang informasi yang belum jelas, nggak apa-apa, nanti besok ada meeting dengan teacher-teacher langsung semuanya.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Ms. Cora, Ms. Windry, for doing this sharing session with us. Hopefully, this will clear up some concerns for parents out there. If GMS mommies or parents have any questions that you didn't get a chance to ask here, there will be a parents orientation tomorrow for early years and primary.
Ya, nah bagi yang ketinggalan sesinya juga nanti bisa langsung dicek di Instagram kita di @jakartamulticultural.school dan official YouTube kita di Jakarta Multicultural School, nanti akan diposting minggu depan.
That's right. If you've missed this session or you just jumped halfway through, you can watch it on our Instagram, jakartamulticultural.school, or our YouTube channel at Jakarta Multicultural School.
Jangan lupa Jumat ini juga akan ada sesi dengan Miss Cora kembali nanti dan juga dengan Vice Principal untuk secondary school yaitu Mr. Corey.
That's right. So this Friday we're going to have Ms. Cora return to the session along with Mr. Corey for the Vice Principal of Secondary School.
Ya, jadi kita akan membahas lebih banyak tentang secondary school untuk SMP dan SMA programnya seperti apa.
So it'll be different for secondary, for lower and upper secondary, the rolling out of the academics.
Oke. Sekali lagi terima kasih. Waktunya udah mau habis. Sekali lagi thank you Miss Cora, Miss
Thank
Windry.
you.
Oke. Oh, last request, Miss. Could you show us the renovated location at shore?
Show us the renovated Highlands. Could you show us? We'll show you the renovated.
Nah, that was garden.
Our beautiful
New garden.
garden.
Yeah. Ini last request nih. Ada new garden, terus ada running track juga ya di sampingnya Miss.
track and
Gitu ya.
field. That's right. Yeah.
Gitu. Oke, kalau begitu terima kasih. Thank you
Thank
Miss Cora, Miss
you.
Windri. Thank you parents. Thank you.
Until Friday.
Thank you. Miss Windri langsung show. Thank you. Bye.